Hey everyone, Angie Harness here with Keller Williams. I'm actually sitting in front of the Child Advocacy Center of Northeast Missouri. Its main office is here in Wentzville. I have the honor and privilege of serving on the board, and I'm here because Julie Seymour, the executive director, reached out to me and asked me to stop by to take a picture with the staff. I'm like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Well, she's being sneaky because she called me here because they wanted to do that, to give me this really just sweet thank you gift, a couple t-shirts and a couple things as a thank you for being on the board. And well, geez, I wasn't going to get on here and be emotional. Anyway, being on the board, and then I get with my business, I have the privilege of being able to contribute financially to all that they do here. And it is a privilege. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to help. And I can say that for myself, and I can say that for every single board member, who is all the people who are currently on the board, past board members. It's a very dedicated community of people. And the reason we are so dedicated is because the staff here are so amazing. From the forensic interviewers, the therapists, the advocates, the front desk, the people in the leadership. I mean, every single person. It's not easy work what they do. They and for those of you who don't know, the Child Advocacy Center, it's a CAC. They do forensic interviewing of children of abuse. Most of the children who come through here are victims of sexual abuse. They also might be victims of physical abuse, witnesses to violent crimes. The things that they hear about and deal with are unfortunately quite often quite horrific. And that forensic interview process enables the child to tell their story to that forensic interviewer in a safe, child-friendly environment. And it also, because it's recorded and they're not having to keep repeating that same traumatic story over and over again. Back in the day before Child Advocacy Center, as a child they might have to talk to a police officer, they might have to talk to someone from Children's Division, they could have to tell their story to several people, and then as a result, if it ever went to court, as you know, when you repeat a story, little details change, and so it made it very easy for defense attorneys to tear down their stories, and then it made it harder to get prosecution. So because the Child Advocacy Centers, the actual ability to prosecute is increased, and they get higher convictions, and the team in St. Charles County does a really great job of that, and getting not just convictions, but sometimes some really lengthy ones. I think I can't remember, it was within the last year or two, somebody got life, which is amazing, for abusing a child. That's wonderful. It's horrible that the child went through what they went through, but the fact that the person who did the perpetrating got the punishment they deserve is fantastic. So anyway, these folks have a tough job. You come to work every day. You don't make a ton of money doing it, and you are taking on the traumas and the emotions of these kids when they're coming through. So, and they walk with these families, they help the non-offending family members, they just do a lot, and it's very needed, and we're just grateful. And so anyway, I was asked here to get thanked, but really at the end of the day, what I get to do as a board member and all the other board members is it's easy to do what we do. It's easy to show up to the meeting, and it's easy to support them, and it's easy to to go to the events. It's easy to to help fundraise. It's easy to write checks ourselves. I mean, that's easy. What they do is not easy. It's not easy at all, and they show up, do it all the time, and sometimes they'll have an emergency. I mean, the staff there, could be a Friday night, midnight, they get a call, and the interviewers have to come in because some kids are coming, because something something bad happened, and they show up and they leave their families and they show up for these kids and their families, and they're amazing. So anyway, so it's the Child Advocacy Center of Northeast Missouri. If you haven't heard of it, I encourage you to jump online. There's we do different events every year to raise money. Our big one is our One with Courage Gala that happens in the end of April of every year. And we would love for you to get involved. And you can, if you've watched this and tugged at your heartstring a little bit, please go to the website and you can click donate and make a donation. That would be super awesome. And yeah, that's all I've got. God bless you all. And